Hi guys. Well, this is Junoet. I am a singer-songwriter, producer, and blah blah blah. This is going to be an edited video because I really hate editing, and it's like one of the things I hate the most. But well, uh, yes, just like you read on the title of this video, I'm autistic, and I want to talk about like I want to share my experience, and I want to share like what autism is and what are the signs. Uh, yeah, like yeah, like the signs that I have, and why I was well not why, and yeah, why I started like thinking that I could be autistic. So basically, I was like doing my research, uh, and I did like brief notes. But okay, so uh, yes, this is my official artist channel. So I want to share this, or I want to share like my experience with all of my subscribers and my followers, because also I want to create some awareness, because I think the autism sometimes is like it is something. I mean, well, not something. Sometimes like don't uh people think that when you say that you're autistic, it's like, but you can speak, like, are you truly autistic? And it's like really really frustrating. I just had a sinus infection and my throat is really dry, so I was drinking some ginger tea. So it says that autism, formerly called Autism Spectrum Disorder (ASD), is a neurodevelopmental condition that affects how a person communicates, interacts socially, and experiences the world. It's called a spectrum because it presents differently and with varying degrees of support needs in different individuals. And then it says that ASD is categorized into levels based on the amount of support a person requires. Level 1, I am into this. Actually, I was diagnosed with autism or ASD level 1 high functioning. So it's level 1 requiring support, level 2 requiring substantial support, and level 3 requiring very substantial support. Sorry for my accent. I'm English is not my first language. I actually speak Spanish, and I'm from Mexico. So, and I have recorded like the English one. I'm recording the English version, but I also recorded the Spanish one. And then, what is level 1 autism? Level 1 autism, sometimes informally called high functioning autism. That's what I said. Like, well, it shouldn't be like informally. It should be like uh, I don't know. Like, it's I don't want to say it because it's really bad. But okay, because it's like you're high functioning. Like you can, and it's like just shut up. Like you if you were on my shoes for just, I don't know, like 30 minutes, you're gonna be like literally having a fucking meltdown and having, I don't know, like the anxiety. It's gonna be like through the roof, and yeah, like shut up. So stop saying that it's like we are high functioning. Yeah, like no. And also sometimes people think that we have like a really high IQ, sorry. Uh, and it happens really often to me that people sometimes tell me like, oh, but you're really smart because I'm a mathematician. So it's like, I have to deal with this like most of the time. So, and it's, well, um, level 1 autism, sometimes informally called high functioning autism, describes individuals who have a noticeable noticeable difficulties with social communication and flexibility. I actually have, this is one of the signs that I have, and one of the signs that were, I think this one was like the most, uh, the one that was like making like noise like in my head most of the times, like since I was a little kid. Like I was like, why am I not being able to like just to be like the other kids, you know? Can often manage daily life with some support, especially in more demanding situations like at work or school. I I remember I didn't like to go, like I didn't like school at all, and now that my job is literally being a singer and I'm an actor as well, I do what I like, so I don't have issues with that. But when I had, there were times when I had to just literally have like a regular job, and I was like literally, I don't know, staying there for a month or 2 weeks, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want to be in here anymore, so goodbye. And I didn't even say goodbye. It was like I blocked everyone, and and yeah, may mask or compensate for their challenges, which can make their difficulties less obvious to others. Yes, this is something that I actually have done like many times. In I was being well, I was diagnosed like literally a month and a half ago. So I'm almost 28. Okay, I'm gonna be turning 28 next October 2nd. So I was literally diagnosed when I was 27. So a very late, but very late diagnosis. You know, and since I like since I was a kid, I was literally like trying to be the person. Yeah, I was trying to be. I always try. I was always trying to be that person the others wanted me to be. You know, because it's not like just you try to be who the society wants you to be, but it's like what your mom want. Yeah, like what your mom expects you to be, or how your mom expects you to be, and your dad and your brother, and so forth and so on, you know. And it's really hard, like this masking thing. It's like sometimes it's like you had enough faith, and it's like, you know, fuck, like fuck everyone, like I'm gonna just stop masking, and I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna be myself, and a lot of troubles come. So yeah, common signs of level 1 autism. uh, okay, while it varies between individuals, people with level 1 autism may show social communication differences, difficulty initiating conversations or keeping them going. It happened to me, and it still happens to me a lot. Like, I don't know, sometimes when to stop or when to start conversation. It's like sometimes someone is literally like, I just have one friend, and he's like my best friend, and other than that, I don't have any kind of friends. But when someone, or yeah, so like someone from my family sends me like a message, and it's like, I don't know, like this happened to me, and I'm like, oh, that's really bad. I hope you get better soon. You know, like you get well soon, or something like that. And then it's like I expected more than that, and you were just like, I hope you get well soon. Now, like, yes, what do you want me to tell you? Or for example, like, um, sometimes like, if I don't know, like I'm like with some people, and they are like talking about certain topics that I do not like. It's like I'm not gonna be paying attention, and I'm gonna be trying to find a way like to like get out of it, or just like yeah, like just be quiet, because it's like, I don't know, like I don't know how to keep like the conversations going in certain topics that I do not find like, yeah, that I don't find interested, that I don't find interested in, like seeming blunt or overly honest without noticing social cues. Yeah, it happens a lot. Like I literally tell what I think and with no filters, and it has given me a lot of issues, and it also has it has made my life like kind of like people often were, I was called that I was like rude, that I was someone who is like literally really hard to talk with, or like you're someone who I prefer to not talk to. And it's like people often were like, they were labeling me because I was like literally just saying what I was thinking. it, and it could be like something good, or something like could be hurting the others. But yeah, trouble understanding sarcasm, idioms, or indirect communication. Yeah, I sometimes when I'm on Instagram and someone shares like on their stories certain like something that has like a double like sarcasm, or like a double meaning. I often like write, I send a message like, what is this about, like can you please explain it, because my brain literally takes, I don't know, like what the video or whatever that thing is saying, and then it happens to be that they were like, or that story was like having like two meanings, and it's really sometimes hard to understand this kind of messages, difficulty forming and maintaining friendships, though they may want social connections. Yeah, it's kind of hard, because it's like you want to be or you want to, yeah, you want, I don't know, like probably sometimes you may feel like you're alone and you want a friend, and it's like okay, but it's really hard to find someone. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really hard. Like for me, I just have one friend, just like I said before, and I'm still having this friend, and I truly love him. Like he's like my brother, Then repetitive behaviors and need for sameness. In some points, preference for routines and distress at changes. I have routines, yes, and for example, whenever something, for example, if someone tells me like, I don't know, I usually do not answer the phone. It's sometimes, or most of the times, it's like on airplane mode, and everyone is like, "Why do you not like? Why is it why is it so hard for you to answer a message?" Like, and it's like, and why is it hard for you to understand that you're literally asking me how are you feeling, and it's like, okay, like for me, it's like it's not important, and I do not like reply, but I, for example, if I'm doing what I'm doing like on a daily basis, that it's like writing, composing, practicing the guitar now. Um, well, my job, it's like if someone asks me to do something, it's like hold on. My brain starts like having some issues, and then I start like to feel anxious, and like okay, so I have to do this, but then I have to do this, and it really causes me a lot of anxiety. uh, Special interest or hobbies that they focus on intensely. Yes, it happens to me like a lot. May use repetitive movements, though less obvious than in higher sport levels. If you have noticed, I actually speak and I move like my hands like most of the times. I'm holding my phone with the other hand, but I'm moving literally my hands most of the times. Actually, my grandma, uh, she used to say that when when she would like when she was like alive, because she passed away like 2 years ago on July 6th from 2023. uh she was like, uh when I was singing, I literally was like moving both hands and doing like weird movements with my hands, and she was like, "Are you singing with your hands, or are you just singing like with your mouth?" And I was like, "I don't know, but it I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I imagine that I'm like literally with my hands, I don't know, like painting the notes or whatever." So, but every single time I'm speaking, it's like I'm moving the hands, or for example, sometimes most of the times as well, I'm like moving my legs and my feet. So then there are flexibility and organization challenges, and on this one, 2 points. Um, Difficulty planning, prioritizing, or coping with unexpected events. Yes, it happens a lot. Like when I have to, again, it has to be with the thing that you have a life. Like it's like everything is a routine, and if you get like out of this routine, it's like uh oh, it's like, okay, probably I'm going to do this, but I also am going to feel like so anxious. Anxiety in social or unpredictable situations. Yes. Uh, when I have to be, for example, in a party, I don't like going to parties, even though I'm an artist and I have to do concerts and all those things. I don't like going. Yeah, I don't like to going to. I don't know, like parties or I don't know, like social events. I really do not like being in those environments, and also like when I don't know what's going to happen, it's like I'm trying to avoid. Like I avoid those situations. And other traits may appear socially awkward or different in group settings. Yes, this is what I was talking about when people often label you as you are weird, or you're not, like, you're not kind, you're being very rude, you're being like so uh, direct, you're being too honest, you're a thought person, you're a hard person to treat with, these kind of labels. Sensory sensitivities, for example, noise, lights, textures, though these can vary in intensity. It happens to me with certain things. For example, I literally wear the same time. Yeah. Sometimes my mom is like, you should buy like different clothes, and I'm like, no. I usually, well, not usually, all my, literally, yeah, no, 99%, it's like 96% of my clothes, yeah, they're blue. It's like I don't know, and any shade of blue, but it's gonna be a, a blue, I don't know, blue shirt, or jeans, or sweaters or whatever, but it's like blue and with certain textures, because if I am wearing something different, it's like I don't feel comfortable. I feel like no, 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 like no, no. Um, Certain sounds, for example, here in Mexico City, it's like literally noisy AF. Sometimes, I, I'm gonna expose my neighbor. She's very loud. She's loud AF. She literally play like, I don't know why, but I love music. But the thing here is that she literally put the music like I don't want to hear your music. I don't want to hear what like I don't want to listen what you're listening. Okay, so keep it to yourself. Like turn the volume a little bit down. Like there's no need for the whole street to listen to your fucking noise. Like just shut up. And we had a fight about it because she was bitching because I was like literally rehearsing one day and she started like sending me messages that oh my god it's too late, and it was like it was 8 p.m. and I was like bitch it's not that late, it's actually 8 p.m. and she was like I'm trying to watch a show on Netflix, so could you please stop doing that noise, and I was like could you please shut the fuck up, and I actually went to her house and I like literally uh ring the bell and she came, and I remember that we engaged in a fun. We were like uh, having this intense fight, and I was like, "Your noise is really annoying me." And it was before I knew that that I am autistic. Okay, so basically these are some of the signs that I have, and I did like this list, or I made this list because the Spanish version it was like very vague, and I was like talking about one topic and then going to another and then to another one, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read, and because sometimes it's like, uh, since I don't like to sit down and start like editing a video, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a list and then I'm gonna like make the video. So this is like my experience being autistic. These are the signs that I was like showing, and after literally like well my whole life uh questioning like why I was feeling different, if I was different, why I was different, why I was like feeling that I didn't like fit into society, like after all these years now that I have the diagnostic, it's like okay, I know where I am, and now it's like okay, how can I work, like to understand myself, and then to improve myself, not because I want to change for the others, but because I want to understand myself, and I wanted to understand like how I work, how my brain works. So basically that's it. I'm gonna make another videos, and if you probably think just like I did, or you may feel like you are a person who probably has AZ, uh, and if you're an adult, it's actually really hard to find someone who can make you these tests, because most of them are like specialized but in kids, so it's really really hard. uh, what I can suggest you is to read, or to make like your to do your research and find someone who can help you. And also like i'm I'm not like that kind of person who is like okay, so like just go ahead and get yourself a diagnosis, so no. But in this case it's really really hard to find someone who actually can do these tests in adults. So if you think that you can be self-diagnosed, well, what I can suggest you is to go with a therapist and talk about this. Talk about this because I tried to do it myself, by myself, and it turned out to be that I was like having more issues than literally benefits. So yeah, that's all I can tell you if you're thinking on the self-diagnosis. So well, it's time to go because I have some work to do. But have a nice day, night, morning, I don't know, whatever time you're watching this video, and see you later. Bye bye.